Hi guys, this is Max, the blonde Asian expert from High on Android, where we get on Android every day. Anyway, OnePlus 3 was just announced, and we're gonna go ahead and take a look at top 5 reasons why you would not want to buy this phone. So let's go ahead and do this, baby. Alright, number 1 reason why you should not buy the OnePlus 3, it has a 1080p screen. On a 5.5-inch device, 1080p is simply not enough. For those of you who've never used a 1440p screen, such as on a Note 5, Galaxy S7 Edge, Nexus 6P, LG G5, even the HTC One, which has a smaller screen, you may not be disappointed, but for those of you who have, you will be highly disappointed. As a person who used a device from 5.2 inches up to 6 inches with 1440p screen, I cannot tell you 1440p is the standard, the gold standard, and everyone's already thinking about 4K. Alright, 4K is a little bit too much for a 5.5 inch, but 1440p is definitely a must. I can tell you, I bought the OnePlus 2 last year, and one of the biggest disappointments last year was also 1080p screen. Now, I've bought all the flagship phones last year. One of the rare phones that I do not ever use is the OnePlus 2. One of the biggest reasons is because I watch a lot of YouTube videos, watch Hulu, Netflix. Just having that 1440p screen makes a huge difference on your eyes. Speaking of resolution, OnePlus is also launching their VR in 1080p. That's like going backwards in virtual reality. Everybody has 1440p, even Alcatel's latest Idol 4S has 1440p screen. They also give you free VR headset, price is about the same. With 1080p, you really can't enjoy VR. Alright, very bad hardware mismatch. I know all of you 1080p whores be like, so what? I'm used to 1080p, I have an iPhone. Or be like, I don't need 1440p, I only check my email, I don't even know how to use the browser. If you're one of those 1080p whores, go ahead, buy the OnePlus 3. Alright, number 2, talking about hardware mismatch. The OnePlus 3 comes with a 1080p screen and 6 gigs of RAM. It has the latest Snapdragon 820 processor. It's a mismatch. You do not need 6 gigs of memory on 1080p screen. It's a huge mistake. They should have just put 4 gigs of RAM and 1440p screen instead. Or at least put 1440p screen and 6 gigs of RAM, which makes sense. With a 1080p screen with Qualcomm Snapdragon 820, you do not need 6 gigs of RAM. Alright, it's just plain stupid. What they should really focus on is making the software more efficient. Alright, maybe upgrade it to Android N at launch. Alright, number 3. There's nothing special about the OnePlus 3. Alright, the Galaxy S7 Edge has the latest processor, waterproof, curved screen, really long battery life, really efficient display. There's a ton of good things I can say about the S7 Edge, which makes it special. I love this phone. Nexus 6P, now about the same price. It supports GSM and CDMA. You can use it on AT&T, T-Mobile, Sprint, and Verizon. This is an unlock phone. Awesome still photos, probably one of the best still photos. Very, very large screen, very good battery life. This phone, you can install the latest Android N preview. There's a lot of good things with the Nexus 6P, which makes it special. I love this phone too. All right, the LG G5. A lot of people don't like the design, but it's got the back fingerprint sensor just like the Nexus 6P. The display's alright, but it's still 1440p. It has 2 cameras on the back, one for super wide angle. The primary camera is still good as the S7 Edge or the S7, and this is the world's first modular phone. I don't think this is the best phone this year, but it still has special things that makes it special. Alright, and we got the HTC 10. HTC has really listened to their customers. They were also going with 1080p with HTC M9, HTC M8. They finally listened to the customers. Now instead of a 1080p screen, they got a 1440p screen. It's got a killer camera. They finally upgraded the camera. It's got OIS on back and front of the phone. This is the first for a smartphone. And also it's easily unrootable, unlockable. It's an unlocked phone. And also it has CDMA and GSM radios. All right, this phone is special. It's a flagship. All of these phones I consider flagship. All right, what's wrong with OnePlus 3? There's nothing special about it. It's got an f2.0 front camera. Is that really special? If you compare it with any of these, which have f1.8, all of these have f1.8 or f1.7. I don't even have to test it out. I know it doesn't stand up to the flagships. All right, OnePlus has always been marketing themselves as the flagship killer. All right, none of the features on the OnePlus 3 will kill a flagship. They've really gone downhill from OnePlus One when it really was a flagship killer with flagship specs. With OnePlus 3, not so much. All right, number 4, the price is $399, 64 gigs of internal storage. That sounds like a really good deal, right? But again, it comes really back to the question, is it a flagship killer? No, it's not. It's just a budget Android phone. It's a cheap Android phone with cheap features. If you want to argue that your OnePlus 3 is better than my LG G5, Nexus 6P, S7 Edge, HTC 10, you're dead wrong. See, I'm not always looking for the most expensive phone, but the best phone I can buy for my money. If I have to spend $100, $200 to get the phone I want that has flagship features, I will do that. But I will not buy a budget Android device for the sakes of saving money. That's what OnePlus 3 is. It saves you money because it's a cheap Android phone. There's no other way to put it. All the OnePlus whores be like, I don't like this video. I already pre-ordered it. I'm gonna hit dislike. I hate you. All right, face the facts. OnePlus has gone downhill. They're really selling you outdated technology. All right, number 5, OnePlus customer support is nearly non-existent, especially in the US. They're basically an online company. They don't sell on retail. I can pick up any of these phones at Best Buy or at local cell phone store. I cannot buy the OnePlus 3 in retail stores. They don't have customer centers to take care of broken phones. If you break your screen, that's pretty much it. It's not a popular phone. If you break any of these flagship phones, you can go to your local cell phone repair store. They will repair it for $100, $200. If you break your OnePlus 3, that's pretty much it. And the parts are hard to buy. It's not a popular phone. All right, I hate to be negative, but I'm just stating the facts. And this is what I see, what's happening to OnePlus. They're not really listening to the customers. They're not offering the same flagship specs they used to offer with the OnePlus One. They're really selling you hype. If you're a OnePlus or you're their cash cow, they're milking the hell out of you. If something goes wrong with your phone, they don't care about you. So these are the reasons why I'm not gonna buy the OnePlus 3 this year. It's not worth my $400. I'm gonna save up $100, $200. I'm gonna wait for the Note 7 and buy that instead. Even if OnePlus sent me a OnePlus 3 unit for free, I will throw that in the garbage can. That's how much I don't want it. Anyway, if you agree with me or if you like this video, hit the thumbs up for me. I know I'll get a lot of dislikes, but I will say what's in my mind. And I hope this video helps you in purchasing your next smartphone, not the OnePlus 3, something else please. And as always, stay on Android.
Hi, click here to subscribe. Click here to subscribe.